Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Quita. Thank you so much for stopping by. So on this video, I decided to do an updated flip through of this planner. You guys know I recently Franken planned it, and I did a setup video and I did a flip through video of it, just like basically with blank months and not really anything written in, just kind of like your basic setup. So now that I've been in it for a month, I've decided to do a flip through to kind of show you guys how it's all going. And so that's what we're doing today. So I'm going to show you like all of my monthlies and how everything's looked and how I've been using it, and just some pages I've created, and just the whole thing, the way it's set up right now, because I'm feeling really good about it. But first, if you're new to my channel, I hope you like it here and that you'll stick around and consider subscribing and also giving me a thumbs up on this video if you enjoy it. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm super excited to show this to you. If you want to see a flip through of my planner after it's been set up and I've been in it for about a month, make sure to stay tuned. Alright y'all, so I'm feeling so good about this planner setup. I have been using it so much. I've been feeling so productive. Things are getting done, y'all. I'm getting my life and I'm feeling good about it. So I want to show you how it's set up so that way you can kind of see some pages I've created. You can see how I'm using some of these sections, and you can just kind of get a feel of what's been working for me. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, first up, you guys know I keep sticky notes in here. I switch these out depending on my mood. So right now I'm feeling these sticky notes. I love sticky notes, especially for pre-planning. So that's what I've got first. And then we come to my calendar section. This is my monthly and weeklies. I use the teacher planner. I love it. It has been working out so well for me. And so I'm sticking with it. I think that's going to be just my thing, at least for a while. So monthly here, I didn't really do too much with my monthly, but next month I am going to go all out and really decorate my monthly spread. I kind of entered into this whole teacher planner midway through the, or not midway through the month, but I think I missed out on one week. So I had planned out, I think 1 week or 2 weeks in my other planner setup. So I didn't really focus on the monthly that much. I do also use an Erin Condren mainly for the monthly. So I do use this. I pull from the Erin Condren monthly because I don't decorate it or anything. I literally just have my monthly to-dos on here. I keep this in my purse, and so when I'm getting ready to get my months going in here, I'm going to pull this out first so that way I can see what I have going on. So this is my main monthly, but I still use this because this is what I'm looking at on a day-to-day basis, not my Erin Condren. So in August, you'll see a whole spread situation and it'll look really cute. So I do also keep a monthly running to-do list in here of things I need to be doing on a monthly basis. You guys know that this works really well for me. So I like having this in here just to make sure I'm getting things done and I'm not forgetting anything. So that's what I've got there. And then we move on to the weeks. So this is the first week that I started. Again, I started on the 9th, so I'm missing out on like a week in this planner in a couple of days. So that's when I started in here. So that's why you'll see that I have actually an extra week in here, which is this week. Technically, I should have been on to the next week in this, or the next month already. August should be pretty much in here already. But because I started on the 9th of this, then I still had an extra week of inserts. So I went ahead and planned for that second week of August in here. So this first week I went with just a basic spread. I was still trying to figure out how to use it and if I wanted to use this. And so that's why you see it's not really that decorated. I have a running to-do list in here. I love running to-do lists just to kind of get it all out. and then you can add it to the days that it pertains to. So that was the first week spread, kind of getting my mojo. And this is when I really started to feel really good about this setup. So as you guys know, Teacher Planner has dates here on the side. I cover up the dates and I use them for different sections. And then across the top is where I put my days of the week. So this week was super productive. I wrote everything in. I just got it out of my head and I felt really good about this week. And I felt like I got a lot accomplished. I don't always check things off, but I did get a lot accomplished this week. And then this is my meal prep card with our menu that we were having for the week. And then this was the grocery list. On the back, I just put some things that I needed to remember for Addison's camp. She started camp. She had done 2 weeks of camp. She didn't do camp this week. She's actually heading to Nana's, and then we're having a party for her on Saturday. So for those 2 weeks of camp, I wanted to make sure I didn't forget anything. And then this was the second half of the week. So that week was like so awesome, and it really set the tone for this planner, and it's the reason why I'm feeling really good about it, and I'm going to keep it up now. So then this was that second week. So as you can see, it's a pretty similar spread. You guys have seen Plan With Me's on my channel of all of these spreads. And then I did a menu planning half sheet in here and grocery list on the back. And then the second half of the spread. Highlights for this week were we went to see The Lion King, which was this past Saturday. And I think that was pretty much it. Addison was in camp all this week as well. So not too much going on, but it does look like I had a lot going on, which I did. I just had a lot of to-dos to get done. And then this is the current week, y'all. So as you guys know, these dividers are from my shop. I love them. I mean, I literally love them. So I am able to easily get to the sections I want to get to. I have top tabs, and then you'll see once we get to the family section, I have side tabs. So I'm loving these tabs. And then also on the back, I don't know if I mentioned this in previous videos, but I put stickers on the back so that way I could see it easily, the sections to get to it when I'm, like, for instance, already flipped here. You know, instead of having to flip all the way back to get to the section, I can see what I'm working with from here. It makes it so much easier. So this is the current section. I use one of my dividers, of course. They're very thin, so it makes it easy for your planner to not get super bulky because of how thin they are. And then you can see through to your spread. That's what I like most about it, is that you can see the second half of the spread. It doesn't obstruct. It doesn't have any words on it or anything. It's just a simple divider tab, and I love it. And then within the week, I have our recipe. So this is what I'm making for dinner this week. Addison's having a party Saturday, so I have things that I need to get done for that. This is the list of all the items I need to pick up. I am doing my first ever Sam's Club haul. I have never shopped at Sam's Club before or Costco, so I'm super excited about that. And then I wanted to see what I had to do at a glance, so I decided to create this weekly plans page that kind of gives me everything that I need to do as far as outings and things like that. You know, right in front of me, because I do also add it to the top section. That's where I put my appointments, but I wanted to see it right in front of me, so I had to add that in because I have so much going on this week. So it is Wednesday, so I have finished the first half of the week in terms of writing everything in, and then the second half of the week I still have to write some things in. Normally my to-do list is done day by day. Everything else I pretty much know about. My gym schedule is hit or miss. This is what I would like to do as far as the gym is concerned, but I don't always do it. So I still like to write it in because it just helps me to make sure that, you know, I know what classes are going on at the gym and I know what I want to do ideally. It just doesn't always happen that way, but I think at least writing it out helps. So most of everything has been written in for the schedule and what I have to do, but I do need to write in some other things, and the to-do list, like tonight I'll write in my Thursday to-do list and so on and so forth. So I love this spread, guys. And then we get to probably my favorite. This is probably one of my favorite because I love how I did this on the side. I think it's so cute and I can't wait to use this next week. So again, technically I should have been, you know, removing the July inserts and putting in the August inserts. But because I started late in this teacher planner, I still had a week left. So I went ahead and planned for it. I'm hoping to not do that. Well, I'm probably not going to do that for September because I want to be correct in where I'm at. I don't want to always be a week behind. But I love this spread. So I'm going to write in my menu plan here once I get it done. And then I'm going to write in just to-do list items and things like that. It is back to school, starts on Monday, so this is where I'm going to write in my schedule. I like having a schedule when it comes to back to school, just to keep everybody on track, make sure I'm on track. And so that is what I plan on writing in here. And I probably will sit down tonight or tomorrow and go ahead and write in all of my appointments, because I do like to write those in first initially. I'll pull from that Erin Condren planner to see what I need to get done, make sure I add that to the calendar, and then I'm going to do a separate video with like kind of getting my months ready, because I do have to add the months in here. You guys know I Franken plan. I have 3 planners that I'm pulling months from on a monthly basis, and weekly inserts for within those sections. So I'm going to talk you through that as well. So that will be the end of the month, and then I will go ahead and be working in August. Next section is my home section. Within my home section, and the reason why I'm doing this video, guys, is because I changed some things around. When I did my first initial setup and flip through video a month ago, it was just the bare bones. It was just basically setting it up and putting all the inserts in and then talking you through how I was going to use it, but there was really nothing in here. So now there's stuff in here, so that's why I said let me do an updated flip through and talk to you about how I'm feeling about it, just in case, especially you're not following me on Instagram, you don't know how I feel about this setup and how happy I am and how like I'm just feeling so good about it. So YouTube is the best place to express that. So home section, chores, I'm going to be creating a chore chart for the kids for back to school. This is mainly for me, and I mainly use it just to look at. I don't really check things off here because I don't want to waste the pages, y'all. I feel like I can just look at the daily chores and see what I need to do. I also do zone cleaning, and so I'm going to be doing a zone cleaning chart in here as well, so that way you guys can know how I do my zone cleaning. I got a lot of questions about that. So really quickly, y'all, before I forget, I just want to write down something really quickly. I know you guys have never seen me do that before, but this is how I work, y'all. So if I think of something, a video I want to film or anything like that, I have to get it out of my head. So I just told you guys I wanted to do zone cleaning. So, okay, I wrote that down, a zone cleaning checklist, and then a chore chart checklist. I'm going to do DIY with that. Because I think that may be helpful for some of you guys. I do have a past chore system that I used to use with sticky notes, so I'll try to link that in that video, but I do want to do an updated chore chart, especially with back to school coming. So y'all, that's how I operate. So I wanted to write that down and get it out of my head before I forgot. So back to chores, so I'll be sticking that in this section or in that particular child section, which you'll see coming up. This next section here is meal plans. It's all encompassed within the home section. It is part of the home management expansion pack from the Happy Planner. I did recently pick up another one because I just felt like I needed it. And actually, I think maybe I picked up 2 more. 1 or 2 more, because I just feel like it's something that I'm always going to need, and I don't want them to sell out of it and not be able to have access to any more of them. So I went ahead and purchased another one just in case. And I love how neutral it is. That's what really drew me to it. I just think it's so clean looking. So that is meal plans. Within my meal plan section, we have this page that came with the planner, which has the kitchen substitutions. And then we come to our menu planner. This is my monthly meal planner. I am going to also do a separate video on my channel talking you guys through how I use this section, how I print it on my post-it notes, because as you can see, I've got post-it note action in here. I love having these post-it notes here. They are so helpful with my menu planning. So how I'm going to use this section is just for my monthly meal plans. You guys know I love meal planning. It's my favorite. One of my favorite parts in addition to faith planning, but I've been doing a lot of digital faith planning. So this is really, really important, and it's one of my favorite parts of planning. I love to cook and I love to plan out our menus. So what I decided to do is do a standard menu plan monthly sort of page, and you'll see that a lot throughout this planner. I really only have 3 sections that I change out the inserts for, because it's just so helpful in not having to plan out every single month, y'all, and grab stickers and decorate. I feel like I can manage 3 months. Although there are, I believe, 8 planners in here, it just feels so much better to not have to do or redo a month every single month. It's not going to work out for me. So I decided on the post-it note system. So sometimes I may print this out. I have it on my computer, and I'll print in the dinners for that week, and sometimes I may write it in. So this particular month, I'm going to write it in, and then if I want, I can pull it off here and put it on my weekly inserts. I haven't quite decided if I'm going to do that yet. I think I may just keep it like this, so I can either print it or I can write on this. I do have a template in my shop where you can print on the post-it notes just like this. And I also have a sticker sheet as well that says week 1, week 2, 3, 4, and 5. And so this is going to just be a standard calendar. So once I'm done with this month, I'll pull all of these off and I'll redo it for the next month. And I think that's going to work out so much better than writing everything in. I really do. And so I also have my keto little cheat sheets in here. This is like my intermittent fasting cheat sheet. I have some different food items that are helpful for me to remember, some keto essentials, and then my daily little sheet here. I actually watched a recent video by Makeup Shayla, something like that, and she shared her keto in a day, what she eats on a daily basis, including a schedule. I really enjoyed her video. It was so helpful to me, so I decided that I'm going to do her same schedule, and hopefully I can lose some weight. She lost 28 pounds in a month, and she just kind of shared some things that work for her, so I wrote everything down based off of that video. This is day 2 for me. It's Wednesday. I started yesterday. And so far this morning, I've had my keto coffee. I'm still drinking it. This is my cup that I got from Tarifa, Spain. I love it. It's so cute. Let me give you a better view. I don't want to spill it. It's so cute. It's glass. And so I've got my keto coffee in there. I talked about what I added to that, and I do have a Instagram story that I posted today talking you through like how I make my keto coffee. It's super easy. It's the same thing that she does. So basically, right here is what you're gonna do, because I know you guys are probably gonna ask. That's how she makes hers, and that's how I decided to make mine. And it's super yummy, and it gives me lots of energy, and I love it. So this is my monthly meal plan. So I do need to go ahead and plan out my monthly meal plan for August. Although I do have some items for this whole entire week, and we will be into August. So technically that's kind of like week 1. So I'll just rewrite it on here, and then I'll figure out what I want to make for the rest. And this is just for dinner. I do have on that template lunch, snacks, and dessert, all on that template, so you can print on all of that. And I think I may do that for the weeks, because I'm still trying to figure out how I want to write my weeks in this planner, because I still want it to be a standard planner. I don't want to be planning the weeks every week. So I'll talk you through what's in my head in terms of how I want to do that. Next page are family faves. So I'm still working on this list, and then items to keep on hand, like bread, milk, cheese, your regular, essential items. That's what these pages are going to be for. I glued this page to the calendar page because I didn't need whatever was on the back of this, and I just kind of want all this stuff to be standard, y'all. I'm trying to make it easy. I think I was overcomplicating things, and that may have been why I kind of steered away from this method of planning before. Remember, I told you guys I kind of got a little burnt out, and I think that's because I was literally planning in 8 planners on the monthly and weeklies every single month and every single week, and that was too much. So that's why I said I wanted to try to make this a standard planner as much as possible. So this is going to be perfect for me, just to do my monthly meal planning in a standard way and not have to redo it every single month. So that's what I've got there. And then we've got some pages of weekly meal plans. I love these. These came with the home management expansion pack, I believe. Yep, they did. Super functional, love them. And then we come to the recipe cards. Now y'all, I love the new Happy Planner recipe cards. I really do. These are the new ones. But something about these standard ones here, the neutralness of them, I just love more so than I like these. They're a little bit too colorful, and I'm not really feeling the layout of them, but I still put them in here because I do want to start using these. So how I use my menu and recipe planning section is I keep the recipes in here that I'm going to make for the week. And I also keep a few blank pages in here for new recipes. And then also when I'm feeling those days of motivation and I want to plan something and I'm feeling inspired, I typically go towards a menu planning recipe card, plan with me, just on the fly, not like on film. This is what I tend to lean towards if I'm feeling inspired and I just want to sit down and plan something out. So I like having the extra pages in here for that. And then also for any recipes I do just need to plan for that week. And also the pages of recipes that I'm cooking for that week, I keep in this section. And then when I'm ready to cook, I flip to this section, find the recipe, and I'm ready to go. So that is the menu planning section. Then we get to the projects section. I'm still working on some of these sections, just tweaking it and getting it the way I want it to be. But I have home needs in here. So this is going to be just like stuff you need for your home. I do already have a fire extinguisher. I need to get flashlights. Batteries should always be kept on hand. I folded it over, so I'm still working on this just to pull from on a monthly and weekly basis if I need to shop and I need to add some of these items to my shopping list, then I need to, I want to have a master list for that. And so I'm constantly looking through all of these sections on a daily basis to see what I need to do. So, you know, I'll come in here and I'll say, well, what do I need home-wise? I'll go in my menu planning section, what's for dinner? I'll go in my chores section to see what the kids need to be doing, what I need to add to their section. I'm constantly all over the place in this planner, and y'all, I really love it. I really do. So next up, we have these project sheets that came with the home management expansion pack. Still working on ways that I can use this. I have lots of projects going on around the house. We just did a living room redo, and I'm going to do or I already filmed the video. I'm going to upload that video on my channel so that way you guys can see how I kind of switch things up with my living room. You guys know I recently did my dining room. I'm trying to still tweak that. And then I have lots of other projects. So I do use these. I do have a couple where pages where I already decorated and use them, and I share them around, but I really do need to go ahead and dig into these a little bit deeper. So next we get to our budget section. Now I was going to do a video on my channel on how to create this. I did a Go Wild savings tracker like I did last year. I love this. I'm going to really plan y'all to go to Go Wild for 2020. Let me know in the comments below if you want to see a DIY video on how I created this. Super easy, and I love it. And so I just need to write in my totals of money that I need to save. I already have something saved for July. I need to write in my August, and then we don't know the destination yet, y'all. So we don't know the date or the destination, but I am definitely planning on going. I was planning on going last year, but for some reason I just wasn't able to make it, or this year actually. So I'm really planning on going next year. Hopefully I can get there, and hopefully I get to meet some of you guys there. So that's what that is. So I have that in the front just so I can see it right off the bat. And then y'all, my budget section. So my budget section, I have a coupon here. And then I also have the month at a glance. This came with the home management expansion pack. All of this did, but I like to have a top tab for budget and a side tab because I don't know, I like it split up from the rest of the home management expansion pack. So we've got the month at a glance sheets, which I haven't been writing in. I don't know, sometimes I can't bring myself to write on some of this stuff, but I'm trying to do better with my monthly budgeting, y'all. I just have it. It's been hit or miss. And then I have the budget expansion pack. So I'm working on trying to find a way to make this standard. You guys know I don't want to keep on pulling inserts out and putting new ones in. I just want to make this standard. So stay tuned for a video on my channel on how I'm going to do that. I'm just going to basically put in all of my monthly bills. You know, for me, I just write in my shop expenses and bills. I don't write in my family bills. That's done via a spreadsheet that my husband and I use. So this is really simple. I don't really need to write too much in. This is just my own personal bills. And so I want to find a way to make this standard because it really doesn't change from month to month. So I'm going to do that with the monthly and then also for this bill pay checklist. I don't really need an additional page of bill pay checklist, so I might purge that out and then only write on the expense tracker. So this will be taken out and put back in. And I don't need multiple pages, I don't think. I don't spend that much. I don't know. So I'll keep this in here and then budget review in here. So all of this will be pulled out and new stuff will be put in right here. But this stuff will be standard. So I'll just add in a new expense tracker if I need to, because again, I don't feel like I'm going to use this whole entire page up. So still working on tweaking that budget section. So stay tuned for a video on how I'm going to be doing all that. Then I've got 2 pages of stickers in here. You guys know I love stickers. And then I got a pocket folder where I can put bills and stuff in, coupons, whatever I decide. I can just tuck it right in there. Unless it's smaller stuff like this and little coupons, because I think it's easier for me to just take it with me in my Erin Condren planner because this is not going in my purse. This is. So I want the coupon with me. So a lot of times I'll just stick it in here and that works out better for me versus putting it in here. But I do definitely put bills in here. And receipts and things like that go in that folder. I like having a folder in here. So next we get to one of my favorite sections, the family section, and it's constantly evolving. I'm still working on it. There's a lot more that I need to do with it. I found this in an old planner setup I had and I decided to pull it because I'm thinking I was doing this for a reason. And so I just pulled it out and I'll figure out why I was doing that later. I'm also working on a Sunday routine, especially with the kids going back to school. So this is going to be my Sunday routine: lay out clothes, check the weather, meal plan, groceries, etc., etc. And I want to start a series on my channel showing you guys like my Sunday routine. So we'll see, but that's what this is intended for. And so I'm still working on creating that Sunday routine. Hopefully I'll have it done by the end of this week. So then we get to our family calendar. So I told you guys we're making standard stuff now. We're not going to keep pulling stuff out and putting new inserts in to decorate. So this is my standard family calendar that does not change. So I come here and I see what we need to do for the week, and that gets transferred over to my main calendar, because I do change this out on a monthly basis. So I don't need to be changing out 2 calendars. So this is stuff that's standard, that does not change on a weekly basis. Reminders here on the side. I don't know why I put this pay bills down here. Maybe just to remind me to pay my bills. I don't know, y'all. And so this is just a standard family calendar. So I love having this in here. I love the way it looks. It's super cute. And so again, that doesn't change. I'm all about standard stuff. So this is an expansion pack that is undated. So that's the key. If you want to do something like this, you're going to need an undated calendar. And so that's what I have here. And then we get to our schedules. This is going to be a really, really functional section for me. And so this is going to be our family schedule. I haven't finished it or started on it yet, as you can see. So I'll have goals for like my husband, things I want to make sure I'm doing for him, with him here, and then it'll be his schedule for the week. And he works from home a lot. His schedule kind of varies. It's not really set in stone, but I want to have Monday through Friday or Monday through Sunday a schedule that's typical. So I put his name at the top, and then this is going to be my schedule. Reminders, things I want to do, my priorities. I have that all here along with my block schedule. You guys know I love this block schedule. I'm probably going to be tweaking it a little bit for school, because the start times and things change. Like Addison may not go to school at the same time. I mean, because this was really based on Malachi. And so I need to change that and update that. I do have a template on my blog that you can download. I have lots of templates on my blog that are free. All you have to do is just become a member there, and you have access to all of the free downloads. So this is a part of that. And then I have a little paper clip at the top from Erin Condren, just a cute little leaf shape that I just keep on here for no reason. And then we come to my section. As you can see, everybody has their own tab. This is my husband's. This is mine. This is Malachi's, this is Addison's, and then this is a new tab I created for relatives, because of course we've got lots of relatives and I want to make sure that I'm staying on top of things with them or for them as well. So next up is me, and then next up is Malachi. And all of these divider tabs, again, are available in my shop, along with this divider tab here that has things written on it. I may even offer a custom option just in case you want to add your kid's name or your husband or your family name as well to this. But right now it's not an option. They are just standard wording on here. So maybe in the future that's something that I'll think about. So this is for Malachi. This is going to be his schedule. And then Miss Addison, and it's just their schedule and everything about them. So anything that pertains to that particular person is going to go in their section. So within Addison's section, as you can see, we've got the table design for her party that's this Saturday. Then we have her graduation party checklist that you guys saw a video on my channel of me creating. Love this thing. It's been so helpful so far and making sure I get everything done. And then her schedule will be here as well. And then again, we have another page here. I don't really need this page. And then we've got a relatives section. So just things that I want to do for my relatives, with my relatives, weekly calls and check-ins on these people. These are all my family members. I want to make sure I'm checking in with them. And then any events that are important in their lives, I want to make sure I write here. So I just got some filler paper here, about 4 sheets of filler paper. And then we get to the fitness section at the top. So again, this is going to be standard, at least in my head. So I went ahead and planned it out. I used the new Happy Planner pastels, little sticker pad that comes already on the little dashboard thing. And I went ahead and decorated it. And then what I did at the top is I wrote in all of the classes at my gym. I go to LA Fitness, and I wanted to make sure that I had the class schedule. So if I on the fly want to take a class, or if I want to plan out what classes, I don't always have to go into the app. I can just come here and look. And then I'm going to be doing like a challenge, like a fitness challenge. It's going to be like a monthly thing, because I feel like it's stuff that doesn't change from month to month. And so I'm going to write it in here as well. So it'll be like, you know, drink more water, or, you know, go for a walk, or whatever the case may be. I'm going to write it out on these days. Again, it's not dated, so it'll just be like the first Monday of the month, I'm going to do this, you know, the first Tuesday, and so on and so forth. And I think that's going to work out. I love, again, standard stuff. It's going to be so helpful and not feeling so overwhelmed with this whole Franken Plan planner. So that's what I have there. And then what I'm thinking I'm going to do for this, I haven't quite confirmed it yet, but this is going to be simple meal plans. So it'll be the first week of the month. It'll be the meal plan for that month in terms of keto. I'll put the dinner and I'll pull it from, my menu planning, monthly meal plan that you saw earlier. We'll pull the dinners, and everything else I'll write in, or maybe I'll make sticky notes for it. I haven't quite decided yet. But this will be just like a sample week, and then this will be a different week if I want a different look, just completely different recipes. And then this as well. So I probably won't write anything in here for dinner. I'm not sure. I'm still deciding. But I want to make this just a standard meal plan. Although I do have inserts I just purchased, so I technically could pull them out and put them back in. And I'm still deciding on whether or not I'm just going to keep the month standard in here, and then I'm going to pull the weeks out. I haven't decided yet, but I'm thinking I just want to make it a standard section and just have weekly meal plan options for keto. So let me know in the comments below if you think that would be a good idea. I think it could work. So next up, we've got the faith section. Now I did have my full-on Faith Warrior planner in here, but I went digital, y'all. I've been using my iPad. I recently got a new iPad. It's not the iPad Pro, but it's the newest version of the iPad, the medium size, because I know they have so many sizes out now. I wanted a mini, but I couldn't find the mini 5, which does have the Apple Pencil as well. So I got the regular size, and I already had an Apple Pencil, and so I've been using a notes app and just my regular library app, and that's been working out for me. So you never know, I could come back here. So what I have here is just some filler paper, and then I'm working on my spiritual weekly theocratic goals, things I want to do on a weekly basis. I'm working on writing them out here, and I have them somewhere else, I believe. I think I might have them in the Faith Planner. Yeah, so I'll have to pull out of the Faith Planner to see what those goals are, because I already have those written out, but I want to write them here because I think this will be cuter. I love the little fold out page. And then next we have the weekly study schedule. So this is what I'm constantly pulling for or from to put on my weekly schedule, because I do have a section for faith. Remember, I do have that section. So down here at the bottom is where I pull all of these weekly study suggestions. So I do pull from here, and I write it down here at the bottom in my faith section, so that way I can make sure I'm staying on top of all of my study stuff, and I can make sure that I'm studied up for all of our meetings, and I'm, taking in that knowledge. So that is my faith section. As you can see, there's not much to it because this planner was getting so bulky, something had to give. And because I haven't really been writing in that so much, I decided to just go ahead and pull it out and just stay digital for the time being. And maybe later on, I'll add more to this section because she's already at capacity, y'all. So then next we come to the school section, and I'm really working hard on this section right now because school starts on Monday. So you guys saw a recent video on my channel with me creating this checklist, or maybe you didn't, depends on how I'm going to upload. So maybe you didn't see this one yet, but this is a checklist for Malachi on this side, things I need to do before school starts, and then Addison on this side. This is really helpful. It was really helpful to me last year. I created a checklist, and so I decided to create one this year, and so that way I can make sure I'm getting it all done. And then within this section, this is one of the planners I'm going to have to pull out of that section. This is the Supermom planner. I was going to write in my back to school supplies here, but as you can see, I've got it on that checklist, so I don't technically need this. And then I've got the Gwinnett County school calendar in here, so that way I can make sure I'm keeping up with important dates. When I do go ahead and pull August out of the Supermom, I'm going to write all of these dates on that particular month, and we'll just go month by month to make sure that we have it in front of us on the calendar. And then I went ahead and decorated one spread just to see with Erin Condren stickers. So I am going to pull this out, and I'm going to be decorating the weeklies on a weekly basis. So this will be one of 3 planners that I'm decorating weeklies for. And this will just be like homework, anything I don't want to forget when it comes to the kids' schooling. So that's what I've got there. And then we get to our wellness section. So this is the wellness planner. Still trying to figure out how to use this as well, but I think I have an idea. I went ahead and decorated everything out. This is going to be a standard calendar as well. I have the undated wellness planner, and so I went ahead and decorated it. And so how I'm going to use this is for me. Everything about how to get happy and to make myself happy, to make sure that I'm staying balanced, and it's just all about wellness, not fitness, just only wellness. So it'll be like things I need to buy for myself, things I want to do for myself. I'm working on my happy list over here. I went ahead and added these icons here, but I need to write in my happy list, and then I went ahead and planned it out using stickers. Now I just have to write in things that I want to do, like a nail appointment, every second Tuesday or every second Friday I want to get my nails done. I'm going to write write that in, and just things I want to make sure I'm doing on a monthly basis to have overall health and wellness. I was thinking I was going to do the kids' doctor's appointments and things right here as well, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to just use it, just for myself. And then I think this is also going to be standard stuff. I haven't quite figured out yet how to do it. So once I figure it out, you guys will be the first to know. You'll see exactly how I plan on using this as a standard section. And if I can't use it as a standard section, then I'll just pull out the inserts and we'll see how it goes, because I did say this was one of the sections I was going to be planning on a weekly basis in, but I do want this to be standard, so it's kind of confusing. As in my head, I'm kind of confused as to how I really want to use this, because I do have multiple inserts for this, as well as some of the other planners that I'm using standard, but I really want to figure out how to use this as a standard section. I'm just not sure how these weeklies would work. So as soon as I figure that out, I'll let you guys know. Then next up, we have a list section. You guys know I am a list maker. I love making lists. I haven't quite fine-tuned this section yet. I feel like in my previous Frankenplan setup, I had this really set up, y'all. I had like lists for like date nights, lists for family outings, things to do. So I'm really working on this. For now, it's just kind of been a place to hold filler paper. And I don't want this filler paper here. I really don't, but it's gonna have to be here for now. So I'm working on this list section, so I will keep you guys updated on how that goes. And then next, y'all, I didn't think this would be the case, but I've been really using this business section a lot. So I'm working on a Planner 101 series. I think it's going to be called Planner Academy or Planner University. Let me write that down here because I don't have that down here. I have Planner Academy, but not Planner University. Okay, so haven't quite figured out what exactly I'm going to call it, but these are the video ideas that I'm thinking of for the series. And then I wanted to write in some types of planning here on the side. On the back, I have my Wildcard Wednesday ideas as well as my film schedule. So this has been working out great, and just having it in here. This is a very functional page that I feel like is going to just be here forever because I'm constantly going to be recording. I have a lot of videos to do, so this is going to be here for some time, and it's just good to reference. So I like having that here. And then I have the social media inserts. I'm working on a video for you guys with how I'm going to use these inserts. Haven't quite had time to do that yet, but I am planning on doing that. So I've just got 4 sheets in here, so that way when I'm ready, I've got them in here. Then I'm working on a planner, y'all. That's been kind of put on the back burner. I've been working on it, but it's going to take some time. So that's just some ideas for that. And then this is notes from a book that I'm reading. I'm not done with the book yet, y'all. Isn't that crazy? I've gotten past chapter 2, but I need to write in the notes, and it had like a checklist of things I need to do at the end of every chapter. So I need to write that in as well. So that's what this is. I like having these for books that you're reading. So this was going to be for another book, or even for multiple, the rest of the chapters in this book, I was going to use the backside for. So anyways, I was saying that I've been using this business planner a lot. I know I have my Erin Condren planner for business, but I've been using this just to kind of throw things in here. My Erin Condren is my main business planner, but this has been used almost just as much as that planner. So this is my monthly things I need to do, and then all of my videos are planned out for the month. And then on this side, I have videos that I have filmed and that are just like already in queue, which is going to be this one. And then as I do them, I mark them off, and then I have the DIY back to school checklist. Okay, and I do need to film some other things too, like these 2 videos are not filmed, but I wrote them on here for some reason. And then on the back, I have some ideas. As you can see, she's chunky, right? She is really chunky. So once I get back here, it gets a little tight. So this is all of the ideas of things that I want to film. You guys saw me write in a couple of videos, ideas in here earlier. And then this is the monthly planner, and I literally don't decorate it. All I do is just write in some things I need to make sure that I'm doing. So it has been very helpful to have this. And so this is a planner that I switched the months for. Again, there's 3 planners. So that's why I was thinking the wellness planner is probably not one of them. I'm still probably trying to figure out how to make that a standard setup. So next section is inbox. And then within this inbox section, I just have an envelope or a folder. And within the folder, I just have this paperwork for Addison. Nothing really major back here. That's where I just dump things out, you know, any documents or anything like that, kind of like a file system goes in here. And then you guys know I have my pen in here. This is my favorite pen, the Pentel Inner Gel. This is 0.7. Love this pen. It's my go-to pen right now. It just stays in my pen loop right here. And because I pull it out in and out so much, I had to add a little glue under here so that way it wouldn't come off. So hopefully it comes off easy when I get ready to really remove it. But it's better to do that for me because I'm pulling this in and out so much, and it's so chunky that it was pulling off it was pulling off the pen holder. I don't know, I can't talk today, y'all. So you guys know I use the Happy Planner cover. This is in pink, and I use the pink metal discs. So she is at capacity. I mean, she really is. I mean, I suppose I probably could take the sticky notes out, but I like having them in here. So she doesn't really close all the way, but I like having everything that I have in here. I like having in here, and I don't want to take anything out. I feel like it's all beneficial to have, and I love it. I really love this setup. I am reaching for this planner so much more often now than I was before. I love having the dashboards at the top where I can see what I'm looking at, and I love having the side as well with my family stuff. Ooh, excuse me, y'all. I told you guys the painters are here. I don't know if I said that. The painters are here, y'all. So they are replacing some of the wood on the house. So let me wrap this video up because at this point, they're going to probably be doing that for some time. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hate that you have to hear that now. I appreciate you guys stopping by my channel today. Let me know in the description box below. What do you think of this setup? Do you love a Franken planner? Like, how are you feeling about your setup? I would love to hear from you. So thank you guys again so much for stopping by. Hopefully I will catch you guys on another video, in which case I'll see you then.